Hello, welcome. I'm going to give you a brief overview today of using Google Meet. I'm going to do some follow-up videos to show you some of the more advanced features of Google Meet. But for now, I just want to make a brief video to kind of give you the lay of the land. So if I want to go to Google Meet, I'm going to go to meet.google.com. Ta-da, here's Google Meet. From here, I have some options. This gear icon, if you remember, always gives you your settings for any kind of Google product, which in this context means where do you want your audio to be coming in and going out, and where do you want your video to be coming in. And for most of you, the defaults are probably going to be fine for this. But if you're using an external microphone, like you can buy little USB lapel mics on Amazon, or you're using a better quality webcam that comes built into your laptop, you could make sure that you were accessing the correct feed there. If I had an invitation on my calendar inviting me to a Google Meet today, it would show up here where it says nothing scheduled today. And I think I'm actually going to pause this video and go invite myself to something real quick, just so you can see what that looks like. Hey, look at that. I made an event and now that shows up. And this is nice because when it's time for this event, all I'll have to do is go to meet.google.com and click on that. I don't have to hunt through my email to find the link or anything, which is top-notch. All right, I can also start a meeting from scratch, like a meeting without a calendar event attached to it, by clicking join or start meeting. Now you have a couple options. From here, you can just click continue, in which case Google Meet is going to generate a 10-digit kind of gibberish meeting code that participants can use to access your meeting, or you can enter a nickname. And nicknames are just a more human-friendly, rememberable version of the meeting code. Within your organization, you can have however many different nicknames that you want. Once I, as a Woods Charter domain resident, use a nickname though, someone else can't also use it. So you want to kind of take care. Don't make your nickname office hours, because then everybody can't use that. Make it like Lawrence office hours or Lawrence OH or something like that. But the main advantage to using a nickname is that it just creates an easy way for people to access the meeting anytime they want to access it. So like if I wanted to have a meeting place for my third grade classroom, I'm on A team, so it's 3A, right? I can make the nickname 3A, and then every single time I want to have a live meeting, all my students have to do is go to meet.google.com and type in 3A, and they're always going to end up in the right place, which is really convenient. It just kind of simplifies the process versus having to make sure you have the right meeting link every time. Now I'm on this little landing page. I'm going to make Mini Rachel more mini. And this is kind of like the waiting room, and it gives me a preview of what my video is going to look like. It gives me the chance I can turn my video off before I enter the meeting, so I'm entering the meeting with my video off. And I can just kind of manage some different things from here. And also it tells me who's already in the meeting. I'm going to click join now. And the first thing that happens, at least when you're the host, is it pops up this screen that lets you add people. You can share the nickname with people since we made it a nicknamed meeting. You can also copy this joining info and share it with either email or text it to somebody or put it in a calendar event or whatever. Or you could send people a meeting invite via this add people link. And what this will do is just send them an email saying that so-and-so is inviting you to join a meeting right now. You can also call, and what the call does is it calls their phone and lets them connect via phone audio. So this is my meeting. There's some basic things I can do once I'm in here. I can turn on captioning, and the live captioning is pretty good. Even if I start throwing out some kind of domain, discipline specific terms like function and asymptote and translation and, f of x to the e to the x, yeah. It's going to do a pretty good job keeping up with what I'm saying. This is a pretty good universal design element to have the captions turned on in your meetings. They do take up some of your screen space. But if you have students with low audio quality or something, or just who have a hard time with auditory processing, or just really any of us can benefit from captioning. You can also, under the 3 vertical dots, as always, access your options. This is where you can record your meeting. You can change the layout of your meeting. There is a tiled layout in Meet, except it will only display up to 16 participants at a time. So if you have more than 16 participants in your Meet, you're not going to be able to have them all on your screen at the same time, unless you're using an extension for Chrome, which I'll show you in a later video. You can also present your screen. You can present either your entire screen, which the benefit of presenting your entire screen is if you want to show multiple windows or tabs or something, presenting your entire screen will let you just switch between those without having to do anything extra. You can present a Chrome tab, meaning one of these things across the top of my Chrome window here, or you could present a different application window. I sometimes will want to present my Notability screen so I can write on that, because I do, well, I won't get into what I do, but and so because that is a separate function window, I mean a separate application window, I need to present a window there, not present a tab, because it doesn't live in Chrome. Okay, you can present a tab for anything that lives in Chrome. And there are ways that you can have this open and also see your meeting participants. You know, if I just make this window smaller, it's kind of the easiest way. I'll show you an extension that does this for you too, but I can just kind of put these two things side by side. I can keep an eye on my meeting participants, and I can also see what it is I'm presenting to them. That's really the basics of Google Meet. You can access the chat up here with a little chat window. That works pretty much the same as Zoom. You can see everybody who's in the meeting. Notice that my presenting screen shows up as a separate participant, which is kind of interesting. And that's about it. Later today, I'm going to have some students on Meet with me, and I'm hoping that they will volunteer themselves to demo some of the other features with you, like the tiled view. And if you notice my little emojis up here, this is the Chrome extension Nod, which lets students give you some emoji reactions as you're working in your Meet. Extra nice when they have all their cameras off. But for now, here are the basics. If you have any questions, or you want to make sure that something gets mentioned that you think I forgot or that I did forget, drop it in the comments and I will try to get to it in a later video. Thank you.